What's up, y'all? I'm back at it with another video. I want to give my thoughts about a gentleman. I forgot I was subscribed to his channel, but it seems like whenever I do see his videos, he's only talking about one person. So I just got some questions, I have some concerns and some curiosities about this guy and why he only makes a video about one topic of discussion, mainly. Now, maybe he does make videos about other stuff, but anytime it hits my algorithms on YouTube, it's usually about one topic. And this gentleman, his name is his YouTube name is Shut Up and React TV. Nothing against the dude, no shade towards him. But I gotta say this because, he has a much bigger channel. So I'm not gonna dare talk like as if he ain't got nothing going for himself or his channel is hurting. And my channel's, I haven't even really checked his subscribers, but I'm sure his channel is much bigger than mine. I don't have that many subscribers, but salute to my subscribers anyway. But Shut Up and React TV. Every time I see a video of this dude, most of his videos are just about young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh. Now, when I first caught his first young Pharaoh video, I can't remember. More than likely he was reacting. He was exposing a video, and then he was reacting, and then eventually I subscribed. I was like, okay, got some content. He kind of going in deep on young Pharaoh, and I think this is when young Pharaoh was kind of on a decline, emotionally and mentally, it seemed, at least on the internet. So I took it as if, okay, man, he's concerned about young Pharaoh, but at the same time, it's like he's tripping out about the fact that young Pharaoh has been wilding out, or he was wilding out at that time, which is true. But then seeing more and more videos, it's like it seems like most of his videos are just young Pharaoh, young Pharaoh, young Pharaoh. And then he just did another. I didn't really watch it entirely, but it hit my my algorithms, and I clicked on it briefly. But I was like, man, let me speak on this, because this is my question to Mr. Shut Up and React TV. I don't even know if he'll see this video, but if you are watching this video, brother, do you really want to help young Pharaoh, or are you a little obsessed with young Pharaoh? Or maybe that's how you get all your views and your subscribers, so you got to keep that content going, because this is my thing, bro. You know that young Pharaoh has been he's been in a spiritual battle. Some of it is his fault, some of it is not his fault. And at the end of the day, he was, at one point in time, a good representative for the conscious community. He brought a lot of information, a lot of knowledge forth, and he helped people to see life. And the way he brought things to light in a different way, from his perspective, which we can all respect. And we know that some people over time, they go through some things and there's some changes, or it's usually relationships. When people probably get in a bad relationship, whether it's a intimacy relationship or a business relationship, sometimes things can affect the mental and the emotional, and it can maybe knock somebody off their path and make them act out of character. And over the years, as of late, young Pharaoh has been totally out of character. He's not the young Pharaoh we remember him to be when he first came on the scene, when he was counterparts with Sarnera TV, Sarah Seti. I think Sarah Seti really, really inspired young Pharaoh in the beginning. I felt like young Pharaoh was very, very inspired by Sarah Seti. Sarah Seti was very militant, very unapologetic about speaking the truth and bringing forth the knowledge. But I just think young Pharaoh was a little too obsessed with trying to be accepted by the mainstream and the system, the government, the powers that be. It was almost like as if he wanted to expose everything about the system, but he wanted the system to accept him and invest in him. And I think that's where he went wrong. It was like, you can't play both sides, young Pharaoh. You got to either be all in on being pro-black, pro-Pan-Africanism, pro-truth, consciousness, whatever your path was originally, you should have been pro that. But when you started going the other route and trying to, I don't think he was going the polite route, trying to scam people. But I don't know. It was some allegations out there that came out that some people felt like young Pharaoh was scamming them too. So I can't speak on that. I don't know. I don't have nothing to do with that. But maybe he did scam some people. But I just felt like young Pharaoh, after a while, he started going all over the place, and he lost sight of his role and his purpose with the people, at least on the internet. But in person, he did a great job. He would do his, his lectures and stuff like that, and he was always definitely bringing forth great information. But this guy, Shut Up and React TV, it seems like his only purpose with young Pharaoh is to just drag him and keep exposing to the people and making young Pharaoh look like he's just losing it, even if he is. Like, he's just totally invested in trying to make young Pharaoh look insane. But Shut Up and React TV is looking a little more obsessed now. It's like, I'm starting to wonder, like, are you a little obsessed with young Pharaoh? Do you have a thing for young Pharaoh, Mr. Shut Up and React TV? It's okay. Come on out, bro. Just reach out to that boy. Reach out to young Pharaoh and just let him know how you feel. If you really because it's getting a little weird now, bro. Like, all your videos seem to be about young Pharaoh. So, to me, it's either two things. Either you have to keep making videos about young Pharaoh because that's where you get the bulk of your content, your views, subscribers, and all of that. Or you're a secret admirer. You're a secret admirer of young Pharaoh. And this is the best way you can stay connected to young Pharaoh, is doing these videos about him and drawing all the attention, as much attention to your channel as possible, so young Pharaoh can eventually react to you and maybe reach out to you, and maybe even, young Pharaoh, sometimes he'll pop off, he'll threaten you. Where you at? I'm gonna pull up. So, who knows, bro? But if anybody has this video, if you want to share it, bring it to his attention. I would hope that you, Mr. Shut Up and React TV, I would hope that your purpose in the end is to try to help heal young Pharaoh, because young Pharaoh he's been in the trenches. He's been on the front lines. We got to give him that credit. Despite the changes he's made mentally, emotionally, and even physically, we have to admit the fact that this man has put in the work. He's helped enlighten a lot of people, especially of his generation. When the ignorance was at an all-time high and hip-hop was dying off, and all this poisonous lyrics and music, these low-frequency music and the ignorance rising on the planet, young Pharaoh contributed to helping bring forth the knowledge back to the planet. So Mr. Shut Up and React TV, he's put in way more work than you, sir. He's definitely been on the front lines. I don't see you doing half of the work he's done in the communities to help people. Despite him possibly being out of his mind right now, and maybe the spirits, demons, maybe he sold his soul. Who knows? I don't know. But I would only hope that you, sir, would do your part to try to help turn things around for him. Because you got a lot of attention being drawn to your channel. And every time you make a video about young Pharaoh, people are going to tune into you. So I would hope that eventually you will try to use all that negative content you've made about him and turn it around to something to where maybe you could use all your subscribers and your viewers to help heal young Pharaoh. Help to bring young Pharaoh back to his throne so he can do the work that he was doing in the beginning. And to get back to the level to where, you know, when everybody loved young Pharaoh, when young Pharaoh was still pure and innocent in his agenda for the people, why don't you help him get back to that? Because, you know, unlike other people, young Pharaoh, he truly cared. He truly put his heart out there, his mind, body, and soul out there for the people. He was willing to die for the people. I got to give him that. I'm not going to sugarcoat that truth. So I would only hope that you, Mr. Shut Up and React TV, I'm not trying to tell you to change your content and try to diminish your channel, sir, but I would only hope that your purpose, your full purpose, is to get him some help. You know, everything don't have to be folly and a joke. When are you going to start taking it a little more serious and realizing that, look, young Pharaoh needs some help. Young Pharaoh is battling and fighting some demons around him. But maybe you, with your big platform, you can help fight those demons that he's fighting and help your viewers and people come together to help free him. Free him. You have the power to do that, Mr. Shut Up and React TV. You have that power because you have a big platform, or at least a big enough platform to where people will tune into your videos and they're going to form an opinion and a perception behind what you speak about in regards to young Pharaoh. So, just a thought. Something to think about, sir. You know, you can carry on with your channel. I'm going to carry on with my life and my little channel, you know, but I'm a very wise man. I'm very intelligent. And if I have a concern, I'm going to express it. Just like when you have a concern, you're going to express it. You know, you come off like you have concerns for young Pharaoh. You act like you have concerns for young Pharaoh, but to me, it's really entertainment to you. You're entertained by the depression and the trauma and the battles that young Pharaoh's fighting in his own personal life. And you might be making it a little worse. So why don't you make it a little bit better? And for a moment, stop thinking about your content and your views and your subscribers. And why don't you focus on helping young Pharaoh get back to his throne? How about that? Because if not, you're just part of the problem. You're not bringing solutions. Because like I said a little earlier in this video, young Pharaoh has put in the work. Despite his circumstances and despite his state right now, young Pharaoh has put in work. And you can't take that away from him. So why don't you do your part to help him get back to where he needs to be? And maybe the universe will grant you more favor. Take it easy, fam.